Back in the black box. DJ Vlad name been popping lately. He went from behind the scenes to something everybody talking about. It's crazy, right? Um, the constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues right here in the black box, in these YouTube streets. I see the title. It got Tasha K name in it, DJ Vlad, and um, who else? Tasha K, DJ Vlad, and then as it's going on, I guess not in the title. She was when I first clicked on it, she was talking about O'Shea. Okay, my bad. O'Shea Du Jackson got Tasha K name in the title with Vlad. They talking about Nicki Minaj and all type of shit. We just finna react, man. Don't even trip, Tater Chip. Oh, blah, 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 blah. No further ado, let's see what O'Shea Du Jackson say this crew has been up to.
A really interesting rumor was going around on social media.
Y'all, the streets is saying that Nicki Minaj had to put her husband, Kenneth Petty, out. And it seems like this information was discovered because, as y'all know, he's a registered offender. And it looks like his address in the registry has changed back to Jamaica, Queens, according to Vlad TV. And they're also alleging that this might have all happened because he got another woman pregnant. Yikes, no pun intended. In case you all don't know the backstory of Kenneth Petty becoming a registered offender, in 1995, he was convicted of a 16-year-old girl. He served about 4 years in prison, and then after he was released, he was required to register as an offender because of laws like Megan's Law. If you remember, Megan Thee Stallion had a line in her song, His, where she said, y'all be mad at me, y'all need to be mad at Megan's Law. Then in 2022, Kenneth Petty was arrested for not registering in the location that he moved to with Nicki Minaj, which was in California, their beautiful $20 million mansion. Well, now it looks like he's no longer registered to that mansion in California, but he's registered to a home in Jamaica, Queens. Y'all think this is going to be good for Nicki Minaj?
That rumor was being started by no other than DJ Vlad himself. I want to read this post again and see what it says in general. It says, it looks like Nicki Minaj dumped her husband, Kenneth Petty. According to the SEGX offender registry, he's now living in a tiny 800 square foot house in Jamaica, Queens, instead of the 20 million Hidden Hills mansion Nicki owns. The rumor is that he got another girl pregnant, but that's not confirmed. Is this the greatest bag fumble of all time? So what ended up happening was many people were checking up on the validity of this article or this Twitter post by DJ Vlad. And most people found out that largely this was untrue, that unfortunately Vlad found himself reaching with this particular post. And so once that happened, you started to see people clapping back at it. Most notably, Tasha K. All right. Tasha K came out and she was like, listen, DJ Vlad doesn't really break.
I don't know if y'all aware it or not, but Tasha K would be considered an ally, if not an outright friend of Nicki Minaj. She's definitely a supporter. If you know the whole Cardi B, Nicki Minaj thing, and you know the Tasha K, Cardi B thing, then it probably, it should make sense to you. Probably already up on it, if that's the case.
Current news, people like me break current news and we're accurate. And what DJ Vlad is talking about is just completely not true. Why he's doing it, I don't know. But then Tasha K would go into more depth about DJ Vlad.
I was happy that people are finally starting to wake up about Vlad and how he profits off of the Black community, highlights only our disadvantages, celebrates and starts shit on his channel and does not donate a dime to the family After the rapper has sat on his platform, he's asked questions to directly trigger a response to trigger videos. Deaths for views.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere here. Now we're talking about this whole idea of DJ Vlad profiting off of the Black community. Okay, and we already know that people call DJ Vlad a culture vulture. He's not really for the community. He's doing all this different stuff. And she would continue on.
Apparently, according to this particular employee, he's extremely misogynistic, and he uses his wife to weaponize his beliefs. So anything that he wants to say that he can't say, he says it to his Black wife, because his Black wife runs his HR department. And he's able to say what he wants to say because it's coming from a Black woman, even though he's driving that Black woman to say what she has to say in order to not respect employees, not pay them what they're worth, not honor maternity leave. I mean, he overworks them. Black men can come in, like she was saying, that there was a bunch of rappers that came in at one time, one of the employees, and said some inappropriate things to her, touched on her, and he told his wife to tell her that she should take it. If you want to be in this business, this is what comes with this business. This is all in the lawsuit. And we're going to say allegedly, because he loves to go run and get a lawyer, because he tried to get a lawyer on me when I tried to tell y'all that the feds hit him for footage.
God, no way.
He told his wife to tell them they should what? Take the what and leave the what?
He tried to say I was lying. Then he sat on Matt Hofer saying, yeah, I've been subpoenaed, but I fought it.
So now the allegations are turning from you're profiting off the Black community to everybody you deal with in the Black community. It's exploitative. So you exploiting everybody you come across. Not only is it exploitative, you're using your wife to do the dirty work that you won't do yourself. Then there was a cheek clapping admission that was just too much.
So she goes, it's a lot. LOL. He pretty much wasted my time and made promises he couldn't keep. He kept mentioning how much he liked his $8 and only sent me $40. LOL. Supposed to fly.
What the hell? Oh my God. No way.
This is TMI.
Me out to California, promised me a podcast deal since I'm a writer, but claims he's having legal trouble with his divorce. Some sort of custody battle, and he don't have one kid, he got two. He tells the public that. He hates Black. He's a culture vulture, period. His wife and kids are at his house in Calabasas, and he's at some apartment next door to the Jeffrey Hotel in LA. I got text messages. That's what it said. So while we out here, Vlad, talking about marriages being dissolved and my is moving to Queens, where the f are you staying? Can you confirm or deny what this said? I'm sorry, writer. She's a writer information, and I told Jason to call her, get her on the first flight. And if I hear you did anything to this girl, I'm calling this man's wife. Do you want to play? Do you want to tell everybody how long you been married to the Black woman with the blue eyeshadow? You ain't never showed her to the public. Down.
Now, I don't know how true that is, but I did put this text.
Crazy to know, because at the Fed quarters, No Jumper, Vadim 22's platform, the lady that holds that down by the name of Laura, she's a beautiful chocolate Black woman. I don't know if that's for Laura. Gotta give Laura a round of applause. I don't know if he utilizes Laura to do his dirty work as far as delivering messages that are not desirous to have to deliver, but it is a Black woman.
Next message, because I did get this from Tasha K. So this is from a young lady, which really doesn't mean a whole lot, but I thought it was funny and I'm petty. But let's talk about the situation with DJ Vlad and culture vulturing the Black community, interviewing music artists. When somebody dies, he replays their videos to get more views, things like that, because this seems to be a problem with a lot of people like Tasha K and others. And I would agree. When you look at DJ Vlad and his relationship with Black America, some of the insensitive things that he says as an outsider, it definitely seems like this relationship is, number one, paternalistic and exploitative. Okay. However, here are some of the problems that we have in this business. And I've been in the content creation business for the last decade. And while we do leverage that other people come in and gatekeep, we got to have a serious conversation of us. The reason why he's able to do that is because we create that void ourselves. I can't tell you how many talented content creators that have been in celebrity niche, hip hop. I'm not really in hip hop or rap or anything like that, but you do have your people who cover rap, Poetic Flacco, urban politicians, TV, people like that. And they do excellent. I mean, they do better than me on here. I mean, Seti Nash, guys like that. Before them, you know, you had guys who were doing well, excellent money, building huge platforms. Even in 2016, 2017, doing very well. Then once the landscape started to change, because Vlad was kind of one of the first people with the pioneers of doing interviews, doing them in different cities. And you just would not see up until like, you know, you started to see guys like Say Cheese TV, The Art of Dialogue. A lot of guys wouldn't get into business and pay, okay, to get some of these celebrities to come on. And then if they would, they wouldn't upgrade, you know, their studio. They wouldn't upgrade what things look like. And they were out of the business. So Vlad has been able to use that level of business acumen and then double down and to stay inside the business, because guess what? People are going to keep coming over there to deal with him because he's going to pay. He's always going to pay. Everybody's going to come onto his platform because it's big. He's going to keep growing. And one of the reasons why that happens is because we create that void, because typically we don't want to get involved in the business. And when we are involved in the business, we tend to not invest back into the business. And then we tend to have problems saying stuff like, well, I ain't gonna pay that much for no interview, or I'm not gonna do this, or I'm not gonna do that. Well, then when the other people come into the community and then they start to see an opportunity, then we have this idea of, well, you don't want to support the Black community, you're being exploitative, which is true. Like what Tasha K is saying about the guy is not wrong. But fundamentally, we are also one of the reasons why they are there. I mean, back in the Black community in the days I was coming up in the 80s and 90s, if you guys remember from Del Paso Heights, I believe that's Marysville Boulevard. Okay, it's been a long time since I've been back home, but there was a quick stop there. And all around the Black community in the 80s and 90s, there was a discussion going on about Arab-owned gas stations and or liquor stores. Okay, it was a big thing. People complained about the lack of respect that the Arabs or Asians had towards Blacks. Why are they acting like this towards us? Why are they doing X, Y, and Z? So on and so forth. Okay, that was the talk of the time, talk of the day. These dudes is X, Y, and Z. They rude. All right, they shouldn't be here. I used to be one of those guys all the time. You know, they would have their pork rinds and all kind of stuff, you know, things they would never eat themselves. And then they would take the money out of the community and then they would go and invest back wherever it was, right? So Black people was talking about, well, see, these Arab-owned stores or these Asian stores, they're taking money out of our community when that money should be kept in our community so they can hire us. Now, hypothetically, that's correct, but it's not their fault that you don't have a business in your own community. It's theoretically not their fault because somebody has to,
Even with redlining and the bank loan practices,
to have that corner store there if you don't want to have it there. We had Rainbow Market, still got it over there. It was Norm's Liquor. Want to know who didn't own it? Black people. Market Basket, Arcade Market. Want to know who didn't own it? Black people, okay? Then we are the same people that want to have a problem when somebody else comes into your community and then set up shop. Then you could argue if it had to deal with Black people, then that wouldn't be there. That business wouldn't be there. Vlad is paying money to people. And you got people in Black YouTube who, I'm gonna just be honest, most people will not get to the level of a Tasha K. And again, we got professional folks out here, Say Cheese and Art of Dialogue. But to get somebody to pay and invest and pay people, that's something that we struggle with. We struggle with that severely, okay? And so because the content got to get out there, somebody's going to take that opportunity to make money off of your community since we don't. And I've been, noticing the change that's been going on in YouTube. You got all these people coming on now, the celebrities. It used to be like that. YouTube has gotten, I won't say like necessarily harder, but it's not as easy as it used to be, but it's still plenty of opportunity. It's a lot of opportunity because a lot of people don't take the business serious, and it's still a good opportunity, okay? But at the same time, we're gonna have to start to understand that the reason why there are opportunities for others to come in because we don't do the business right. It's a Black business problem. And it don't gotta be DJ Vlad. It can be Adam 22. It can be 1090 Jake, People go, this is a business. People gonna come in there. And Blacks, if you're gonna talk about that, you wanna know what happened? These subscribers go and watch Vlad all the time because ultimately they don't care. What they care about is who's gonna put the content out and is it gonna be fire. That's it. You can complain about it all you want, but it's not gonna change nothing. So guys, what do you think?
Well, he kind of got off subject from the title, and what really impressed me most about what he was saying is when he was talking about the community business owning amongst ourselves, right? And it's been some time in Southern California since I've seen like the Black business owner. I mean, now if you find one, it's an anomaly. I'm familiar with a tire shop in Compton that's Black owned, and it's within walking distance of a gas station on Alameda and Alondra. Then there's 1, 2, 3 mechanic shops that provide air that are not Black owned on the corner of Tamarind and Alondra. And right there in the cut, there's a Black owned tire shop right across the street from the county building behind the Little Cow Market. They're Black owned mom and pop type shop. Shout out to my boy Trenton. And Trenton, my young player partner, little chocolate young nigga with the long dreads. Shout out to his mama Riri. He was on one of them 20 V1s with cooking with Kaya. He almost knocked her through, but she said he was too young. But I go out my way anytime I'm in that area to get air. I always patronize the Black tire shop. But since the 1990s, since 92, since the riots, when everybody was putting on their businesses Black owned, I was told and taught that when all those businesses were destroyed, instead of the banks or the realtors providing funds for business owners to reopen, the main push was to offer them offers they couldn't refuse to buy them out. A lot of them took the money, got on, and since 92, you don't see no business owners Black owned. Like if we start tearing shit up right now, you would not see the amount of Black owned signs that you used to see. It's just non-existent. Unless it's a couple of food spots here and there. Also in Compton, there's a Black owned brewery, Anheuser-Busch, I believe. It's a very big brewery. And all the McDonald's in Compton are Black owned as well by one lady and her daughter, as a matter of fact. But yeah, gratitude is the attitude. Cheated.
Let me get you on camera. Where you from?
California.
No, for real. Leave it on. Serious though.
Watts, baby.
I know where you from though. Where you from?
Eastside PJ Watts.
I'm from Grace 2 House, nigga.
Right.
They call you, homie?
Big Slice.
Big Slice?
Yes, yes.
All right, nigga. They call me Puto, cuz.
Right.
You in that hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.